So my name is Caroline Hugh. I'm a BA/MA student at the University of Chicago, and I'm studying urban studies and history. So here at the Musée Carnavalet, I'm interning under Hélène Ducat, who is chargée de mission scientifique, which means she's in charge of coordinating all the content that goes into the expositions. And I'm assisting with one of those upcoming expositions, which is going to go live next year, and it's about the population of Paris between 1926 and 1936. So I'm very interested in public history, and I actually earlier this summer was at the Chicago History Museum, which is kind of Musée Carnavalet's equivalent in Chicago. And so it's been really interesting to compare how museums like this are similar and different in what they prioritize, how they go about creating exhibitions, things like that. And I've also had some experience at the Decorative Arts Museum in Chicago, the Julie House Museum, which also does some work about Paris, but more from purely the decorative arts side. So it's been interesting to see how these museums are similar and do prioritize their audience in similar ways, but also go about what exactly they exhibit differently, how they build out an exhibition. They have Charles Baudelaire's cane on display, and as the prototypical flaneur, I really enjoyed seeing that because it's fascinating how Paris is still so walkable, coming from Chicago, which is great for the U.S. but nothing compared to Europe. So it's a nice reminder that people have always been walking the Paris streets and seeing similar sights. That's a big one. What's interesting is that the cities are pretty similar in a lot of ways. They both have these grand boulevards and trees and tree allees and stuff like that. But Paris is so much smaller. Chicago's just a massive city, and so it is actually really nice being able to walk everywhere. But also nice seeing that they both have strong neighborhood culture, because Chicago is known as the city of neighborhoods. But Paris also, each arrondissement is so different from each other, and it's nice getting to explore and feel the similarities between the city I come from and the city I'm working in. I think transmission of heritage, with emphasis on transmission, is really interesting because it seems like more than exchange to me. It seems like not only are you just learning about different heritages and cultures, but you're also learning how those have come to be and learning how different heritages have influenced each other. So thinking about the long history of French-American relations and how the cultures we have today wouldn't have come about with it if it wasn't for that transmission. And then with that kind of historical knowledge, realizing that what we do today between the two cultures is going to continue to shape them into the future. So I think it's more of an exchange. It's like a continuous kind of development, I think. I want to thank the Chicago Midwest chapter of the French Heritage Society very much. Merci beaucoup. This has been amazing so far, and I really do enjoy meeting people, and also, of course, as I mentioned, noticing these similarities between these two different cities that we all care about very much. So thank you very much.